bottom of Nun Gimel on the Bais. Rabbi Shua responds. It's like this, the bottom line, second to bottom line. Rabbi Shua responds to the sages talking about there's a mistake. It's not a mistake. If there's a something that's unclear about when she sees blood, if it's the 11th day at night, if it's Spanish Mashas, is it the 11th day or the first of the Nidda, the same with the 40th, the same with the 80th? Rabbi Shua says, why are you fixing the fools? You should deal with the intelligent ones. Rabbi Shua, the Gemara asks right away, Hani, Shaitis Nino? These are fools? They're not fools. Tayas Nino. They're just mistaken. Elatini Tayas. Say Tayas. They have a mistake. What's their mistake? The mistake is that they don't know it. Bais Mashas is always a doubt, right? Okay. Tanya, as it was taught in the Bais, Yomi echad tamei v'yom echad ta'ah. Woman sees one day tamei, one day ta'ah. So, Mishemesh Shmini v'leila imay. She can have relations on the 8th day and the following night. And she can also have another 4 nights out of 18 days. So let's do this. She's seeing, I don't know if I can get to the largest number here, but let's say this is easy because this is just every other one. So we need 18 days. Let's say that this is the blood. Okay, this is the pure. Okay, so 1, 2. So divide it up into 7 and 11. That may help us, even though it doesn't look like a calendar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
If you push them back a little bit, that'd be up.
Okay, so that would be the days of Nidda. I know I should make the income straight. I don't have enough. Okay, but yes, that's true. Okay, so here we'll do. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
7 and 11.
Okay. So what's going to happen is like this. Each of these green ones she sees down. So she has 7 days. Once she saw blood on the first day of the days of Nidda, so she's tummy for 7 days. There's nothing to tell you. Yeah. She didn't see here. She saw there. She didn't see. That doesn't matter. She's tummy for 7 days. This evening she can go to the mikvah. And the 8th day, she's right here. She's pure. Now this is a day that's eligible to be zava. The same with all of these 11 days. All of these 11 days are eligible for ziva. All these 11 days. So what the problem is that on the 9th day, which is right here, she sees them. So she has to wait 1 day. So when we said on the 9th day she sees them, what time of the day did she see them? Did she see right away at Shkia, which is the 8th at night, which is or is it during the day? So we're saying right now that she's seeing during the day. So that means she's going to have the 8th day and the following night. And then she's going to have another 4 nights. And the 4th nights would be, well, this day she has to wait. She can't have. So, but that night, if she doesn't see at night right away, if she sees by day, so she can be with her husband then that night, which is the night of the 13th, because it's 8, 9, 9, 10, 11. She could be, this is the night of the 11th. And then the same on the 13th, the same on the 15th, and the same on the 17th. So she'll get 1, 2, 3, 4 besides the 8th. 8th plus 4 more days. Now, she never becomes a Zava Gedola here because she doesn't see 3 consecutive days. She's always a Zava Ketana, but because she's seeing the blood by day, so after the mikvah and nightfall, she's tired. So far, so good. It's clear. Because If you switch the story, just a little drop, and instead of seeing by day, she sees by night. These, well, actually, we mean the whole story. Instead of seeing every day, every morning, she's seeing every evening, every other evening. So that means she really doesn't have that night because she sees right at Shkia. She doesn't have that night because she sees right at Shkia. So what's going to happen then? She'll only have the 8th day, which is right here. She'll only have this one. Why? Because she becomes tamei over here right away for 7 days. She goes to the mikveh. The 8th day is pure. That's why it's this pure, natural, not natural. This is the pure day, right? So, but then she becomes tamei here right at the evening, so she doesn't have that night. She doesn't have the night of the 9th, nor the 11th, nor the 13th, nor the 15th, nor the 17th, because she's always seeing at night. And the following day, she has to wait. She's called the Shemeres Yaim. So that's it. She only has the 8th. It's a strange cycle, but that's the story. Shnei Yamim Tmeim, Shnei Yamim Tahir. Okay, now we have to continue the story, but we're continuing with the same pattern of seeing by night. Now what's going to happen is she sees 2 days, and then she's clean 2 days. 2 days. She's clean 2 days. She's clean 2 days. Okay, so now it says that Mishamesha Shmini, she can be with her husband on the 8th, the Shnei Masar, the 12th, the Shisha Asar, the 16th, the Esrem, the 20th. So far we have, over here we have 18 days. 7 and 11 is 18. We have to add here 19. Just want for this to work. So here, she becomes tummy right here, right? And she's seeing at night. So she becomes tummy 7 days. So she's going to have the first 2 days. Why doesn't she have 8 and 9? What does it say? Shmini. Oh, I think that's obvious. No, it's not. Shmini term Elisha Shvi. We need this to list the Erev. She has. Oh, because I didn't do it right. That's why it's not right. Yeah. I didn't do it right. Okay. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 8th is right. Then already on the 9th, so she only has the 8th. 9th, 10th is Tamei. She has the 9th, 10th is Tamei. The 11th is not clean. She has to wait a day. So here, this would be the 12th. Right. 8, 9, 10, 11. The 12th is going to be good. The 16th, 13, 14, 15, 16th is going to be good. Right. 17, 18, 19, and 20 is going to be good. Right. Okay. The Gemara asks, let her be pure, or let her be able to be with her husband on the 19th, on the 19th, which is this day here. So what happens is there's a line right here which separates the 11 days. All of this is 11 days of Ziva. Starting from here, it begins Nidda. So we're asking, why is she continuing to, you see, Shemeres Yaim Keneged Yaim means that I have to wait a day, maybe she's going to see again. But because if she sees again, she's not going to be a Zava anyway, because the 11 days are over. So why does she have to wait a day? Right. Amar Rav Sheshis, So once I didn't include the question. So therefore, this day which she doesn't see, it shouldn't be a Shemeres Yain Keneged Yom. She shouldn't have to wait a day. It's already the days of Nidda, which she doesn't see. So she should not have to wait for this.
There's unusual time. It's not perfect. I'm saying they can start. They can start in the evening.
Let's say, I understand the question. Let's say that what Yossi's asking is that if there are unusual times, then they have to be careful extra. But let's say that opinion was only for Taurus. It's someone that has an unusual time needs to be careful for Taurus. And then this is the other shita that holds that if it's not for Taurus, then she's not a sick for Taurus. Like here. So Amar Rav Sheisha says Simeres Gagran Ditna Nasser. Rav Sheisha says that this is actually a discussion in the Mishnah further on in the last parak, which talks about if she sees blood on the 11th day, does she have to wait the 12th day, which in our case it would be the 8th. If she sees on the 18th, does she have to wait the 19th to check to see if she's going to see more? Now, Bais Hillel says that someone that doesn't wait is called a gargaron. Gargaron means a glutton. It means he's impatient. She should wait one day, because the 11th day of seeing them, a gargaron, it says he's a gargaron, but we don't know a glutton. We don't know what that means. Does it mean that it's permitted and he's just a glutton, or does it mean it's prohibited? So it must mean from this brisa that a gargaron is prohibited. It says gargaron, which is like a derogatory term, but now we're saying that it means it's prohibited because we're only saying that she's permissible on the 20th. That's Rav Sheisha's opinion. Rashi says Nidda Daf, but asirim b'ashimer. Rashi comes along with a very interesting thing. He says, look, I know you have a Mishnah in the last parak that talks about if she sees blood on the 11th day, if she has to wait the 12th day, which in our case, she sees blood on the 18th. If she has to wait the 19th. I know you have a Mishnah about that. And it says gargaron. And you're trying to prove that this means that gargaron is prohibited. But in truth, you have no proof. Why? Because she didn't only see on the 11th. She saw on the 10th also. She saw on the 17th. Not just the 18th. She saw on the 17th. No, because she saw on the 17th, every time that she see them, you have to wait one day. Really, she was supposed to wait the 18th, but the 18th had blood. So she's still waiting for the 17th. It's true that if she only saw on the 18th, then the 19th would be a gargaron. And gargaron is not necessarily usher. But because she saw on the 17th,
so in other words,
the 19th is usher because of the 17th.
The 17th is clean, then the 19th would have been fine.
Then the 19th would have been fine. But because the 17th wasn't clean, the 19th is still a waiting for that one. Now, true, you can wait for both days together, but here, that's not our what we're discussing yet. Here, what we're discussing is that you're trying to prove that the 11th day has a halachic waiting day, not necessarily. Could be that the 10th day has a halachic waiting day that you weren't able to get in the 11th day, and that's why you're waiting the 12th day. Okay, and the way he writes it, the way Rav Ashi says it, is Nidda Chadasar Le'Bayishimar. Although the 11th doesn't need a watching, but Asiri Bayishimar, but the 10th does need a watching. It means a one day. Shleishi Yamim Tamim Shleishi Yamim Tayrim. Let's try this. This is going to be 3 and 3. 3, 3. Okay. And 1, 2, 3. Okay. So how many days do we need to
one in the middle there?
Did I not do it right? Oh, yeah. Thank you. That's where things go wrong. Okay. That's what happened to me, actually. I spent this morning, I got stuck. I couldn't figure something out. I couldn't figure out the Gemara. The way I was writing it down, I skipped the number. So the Gemara was fine. It was my prop. So it goes like this.
Excuse me just a minute. Jimmy, unmute your phone, please. Thank you.
Does he want to say something? Okay. we have three shleishi yamim tmeim, shleishi yamim teirim. Mishameses shnei yamim. She gets 2 days. V'shuvenim mishameses leilam, and then after that she doesn't have again a chance to be with her husband. Which 2 days is she going to get? These 2 days right here. Let me explain. She becomes a Nidda right here. She's a Nidda until here. She probably can't go to the mikveh. Maybe she can, and it starts again. Maybe she goes to the mikveh. Maybe she doesn't. It starts again over here. Now she's a Zava Katana. She waits 1 day, and she's clean. She has 2 days. She becomes a Zava Gedola here. This is day 8, 9, 10. This is day 11, 12. On 13, 14, 15, she becomes a Zava Gedola. She never waits for the rest of her life 7 clean days. She's always impure. That's the end of her story. Okay. Arba yamim tmeim, arba yamim teirim. 4 days tamei, 4 days teirim. Meshemeshes yoim echad, v'shuveinu meshemeshes loilam. So if you have 4, get 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you get 4. Okay, this doesn't even matter, but let's just do that. Is this correct, or did I mess it up? It's good? It's good? What happens here? She becomes a Nidda here. She's tummy 7 days. Perfect. She gets, the 8th day is clean, right? Is that what we said? She gets 1 day, and then she becomes a Zava Gedola right here. More than a Zava Gedola. She has 4 days, but she never is going to count 7 clean days. She's going to be tummy forever. The Zava Gedola only gets out of it with 7 clean days, and she doesn't have it because every 5th time, when she thinks she's doing well, she has 4 days. The 5th day, she doesn't. Okay. 3 times in a row, and that she got right here, 3 times, and now she doesn't have enough clean days. 5 days impure, 5 days pure. Okay. So 5 and no, that's not going to work. So it needs to be 5. So 5, 6, 7. Okay, so what's going to happen here is how many days does she get? 3. Shleishi yamim. That's these 3 days. She goes to the mikveh here. She gets these 3 days, and then she becomes a Zava Gedola here, and she never has 5 days after.
Excuse me. Why does she become a Zava Gedola on the first green? Takes 3 greens.
Takes 3 greens. So these 3.
Those 3. Now she's a Zava Gedola, and she needs 7 days.
Right.
Right.
So these are not going to help her. And over here, she gets 5, but it messes up right there.
Well, that's a Zava Katana now.
No,
she never got pure. She never got full count.
It's Seiser. It breaks the Zion King. Shishi yamim tmeim, shishi yamim tmeim, mishemeshes chamishi yamim, v'shuveinu mishemeshes loilam. She gets, there's 6 days here, and we need 1 more here. She's going to get these 4 days, these 5 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She becomes a Zava Gedola over here, and she'll never be pure because after the 6th day, she always sees again. It's not going to work. Shiva yam tmeim, shiva yam teirim. Okay, now it's getting more interesting. Let's do this. 7 days. Now she has 7 days here that are, okay, now after the 7, she has 8, 9, 10, and 11. Now, 12. This was 8, 9, 10, 11. Now officially this is where the Nidda starts again because that's the end of the Ziva, right? So
3 through 7, she's always never going to be able to go with her husband. But after that, it's a different
different cycles.
After this is where things change because the 7 is going to purify her.
Right.
So what's going to happen here? That's 7. We have to get 28 days. I don't know if we can do this. We want to get 7 days here. Okay, and then it goes to, no, I need more of this. Let's push this all up and jump. That's 7, correct? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This is 1, 2, 3, 7, and let's go another 4. Another 4. Another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this. Okay, so the Gemara says now that she's going to get for 7, she's going to get Revia Mishameshes Revia Yomea Mitechav Chesya Yamin. You have 28 days. She's going to get a quarter of them that she could be pure. She's tummy for 7 days. Okay, this is where her need is. This is the beginning of it. 7 days tummy. 7 days start. These 7 days are perfect. The problem is 8, 9, 10 makes her of a Gedolah. She waits these 7 clean days and she purifies from the Zava Gedolah. And here, this is Zava again. This is a problem. How's this going to work? So where's her 28 end? So this was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28, yeah. Until every 28 days, she'll get a quarter of those days. And then her nidus would start again. So we would start the 7 again. That's what Kumar suggested. If this would start again, nida, I put this as it's part of as if it's nida ziva, but if this would start again, the nida, so this would be 7 days of nida.
Oh, wait, she gets half of them.
No, because she gets, this week is Tameh, this week is Tar, the following week is Tameh.
Right, and then that's Tar, 14.
No, but this is Tahar, but it's Tahar because she's still Tameh, but she's not seeing Dam. She's purifying herself from. Okay. You ready? Shmeini Yamin Tmeim. Shmeini Yamin Tairim. I'm not going to be able to do all the props here. It's not going to fit. I need 48. And 8 days Tameh, 8 days Tar. Mishameshes Chamisha Asi Yoim Mitecha Ba Ushmaina. Okay. She's going to get 15 days. Let's see how this works. The easiest way to do this. Yeah, let me set it up. Okay. So she sees 8 days. I've got to move this here. 8 days. 8 days. So that's 8. Yeah, let me clarify it without doing all the props. What's going to happen is, if she sees 8 days, so ignore all the rest of this. But this is 7 days of Nida. The 8th day is a Ziva. So she has to wait 9th day. But now she's clean already. So she's going to get from day 8.
She has to wait from 9.
From day 10 to 16. So this would be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And this would be 8 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These would be Tahar. Not this one.
One day after wait.
Not this one. And then again, she would get day 26 to 32. would be the same calculation, where she would be tar again for those
Just count again.
7 days. Actually, it looks like it's 8. It's really only 7 days that because the first one doesn't count. So she gets twice 7. And then what's going to happen is she's going to get the 48th day.
Isn't she going to become a Zava G'dayla?
Yes. Where's she going to become a Zava G'dayla?
This is after that.
Right here, she's going to be a Zava G'dayla because this was 9 days, 10, 11.
By that time. But then
She doesn't become a Zava G'dayla here, right?
she
No,
does
because
another
this is
8
only 2 days. So, but on the next time around, she's going to become a Zava G'dayla. The next time around, she's going to become a Zava G'dayla. And she's going to be able to calculate. What's going to happen is that on day 33, she's going to see blood again. Now, I'll tell you the numbers. I put it down here. She sees from day 1 to 8. From day 10 to 16, she's going to be pure. Whatever she sees dam again on day 17 to 24. Now, she's not a Zava G'dayla yet because 22, 23, and 24, because 17 and 18 is from Zivas, and from 19 to 24 is Nidda, so she never made a Zava G'dayla. Day 25 to 32, she doesn't see blood. So 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, is another 7 days that she could be with her husband. That's a total of 14. From 33 to 40, she sees blood again, and she becomes a Zava G'dayla. So starting on day 41 to 47, she doesn't see blood, but those are days that she's counting for it to be clean. And day 48, she can be back with her husband. So it's 14 days plus 1 more, day 48, that she can be again with her husband. Now, the only complication here is that from day 33, she becomes a Zava G'dayla. 30. Yeah, let's say we do it like this. Let's say this. Let's say this is day 33. Let's put 33 over. I can do this without building 48 crops. What I'll do is we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do it over here. 1, 2, 4. So this is let's say this is day 33 right here. She becomes a Zava G'dayla with these 3, and then there's 1 extra day. Okay, so it continues to her Nidda. Well, it's going to continue to her Nidda here. These are the days of Nidda. So she has 8 days, and she's a Zava G'dayla now. Now, Nidda is 7 days. So officially, this is the days of Nidda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now she has 8 clean. So what we're saying is like this. This is day 48. If this was day 33, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. Okay, so we're starting that she had, this is day 26 to 32, which is 7 days that she's pure, okay? These are 7 days that she's pure. 33, day 33, she becomes Tameh. 34, 35 she becomes a Zava G'dayla. 36 is she's Tameh until here. So if you look the way we spread this out, these 7 days here is officially the days of Nidda. Officially the days of Nidda. But she still hasn't counted her 7 clean days for the Ziva.
I thought Nidda started with the first green.
Yeah. It should start with the first green.
So count 7.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. That's better? Okay. So she hasn't yet counted her clean days from Ziva. And nevertheless, the Nidda is starting, but some of the days of Nidda are clean. She has 3 days of Nidda that are clean. So she can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and day 48. Day 48. This would be day 48. She could be with her husband. Now the Gemara has a problem with this because the Gemara says, "Harei arbeiser havi." I understand the first 7 that you told me, which is 10 to 16, and I understand the 26 to 32. Fine, but this last day that you have, you see, look, it's even discolored. This last day right here, this is a problem. Why? This is day 48. The Gemara is concerned that you never counted 7 clean days from the Ziva that was over here. So you're saying, yes, you're counting the 3 of Nidda and 4 of Ziva is going to purify her. The only problem is that how do you know that the days of Nidda, because she's tummy here for 7 days no matter what. She saw blood here, she's tummy for 7 days. Even though these are clean. Because Nidda makes a person tummy for 7 days. But she didn't see blood. So you say, oh, she didn't see blood. So that could be clean days for the Ziva. Says, yeah, but she's tummy Nidda. How can you say it's clean when she's tummy? These are days of Nidda days. So can you calculate clean days for Ziva in clean days of Nidda? Can you use the Nidda days? So Amar Avada Barava Zaysimer Simeni Dasa Shein Raya Be'Mailas Sphere Sivasa. This is a raya that these 3 days here can be used as 3 clean days for Ziva. That's the Avada Bar Yitzchak.
So therefore, Nidda sort of overrides the counting for Zava.
So therefore,
right?
What we're seeing here is that the Nidda starts. I guess the Nidda starts. She becomes a Nidda, even though she hasn't finished really her Zivas, the cleanliness of the Zivas. The Nidda is going to start, and she calculates the cleanliness for the Ziva during the days of the Nidda. That's what we're saying. And then she'll become clean, including the extra days, and she'll be pure on this day because this calculates to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's clean here, even though those days were Ru'uyim L'Nidda. Okay. Because they had a Shaila. You may lay the Sheina Raya Behem. Switch topics slightly. Slightly switch. But we're talking about basically the halacha is the same, that a Zava needs to wait 7 clean days. Now, a woman that gives birth has to wait either 7 days or 14 days, right? A woman that gives birth, 7 for a male, 14 for a female. But let's say she was Yeledas B'Zoy. She gave birth at a time during her Zivas, days those 11 days that she could become a Zava. So she has to wait 7 clean days. Can the days after the birth that she's automatically tummy for 14 days or 7 days, can those days add up, be included as the clean days for the Ziva that she had at the birth? She's tummy anyway. Can the Leda days be counted? So it goes like this. You may lay the so can the days of the birth be calculated for the 7 clean days of Ziva? Amar Rav Kana Tashma. Kana said, come and listen. Rasa Shnayim. Let's say a woman sees blood for 2 days. She has a miscarriage on the 3rd day. Now, Ve'ini das my pila. She doesn't know what came out. There was anything there. It was a male, female. She doesn't know anything. That story, we had some interesting stories before. We had this Gemara. It was like she was walking over a bridge and it fell into the water. We had like interesting stories. Whatever the case is, Harizu suffix Ziva, suffix Leda. It's a suffix. This could be there was no birth, and therefore the blood that came out would be Ziva. Could be there was a birth, and then she's not a Ziva. It's a Leda. We don't know what it was. Is it a boy or a girl? So she has all the chumras, all the possible chumras. We have to keep everything. So maybe a carbon. She has to be a carbon. Maybe it was a birth. Maybe a carbon means carbon for Ziva, probably. Any commentary? Does it mean a carbon for Ziva or does it mean a carbon for Leda?
Both women have given birth and major Zava must bring in offering.
Okay, good. So it's a carbon for Ziva. She has to bring a Ziva carbon because of, could be she's a Zava. However, she can't eat it because the carbon is brought with Malika. And if she didn't need to bring it, that's considered an Avela. In those days, during the Leda, after the birth, the 14 days after the birth, if she doesn't see blood, that could be counted as her 7 clean days as well. Very good. It's a good proof that the days of Leda, the days after the birth, which is 14 days, can be used for the 7 clean days that she possibly had. She possibly needs 7 clean days. We don't know, but she possibly has it. We can use those days of Leda to cover that. So it's a good proof. Amar Rav Papa says it's not a good proof. Shani Hassam, it's different. Even Dikala Meimer, you led the Zachari. It's very possible that she only needs 7 days. So the fact that you had counted 14 days, 7 of them are clean, that could be that she never needed those 7 days. And that's why those days are counted, because it could be it was a Zachar. And the fact that you're being strict and giving her 14 days, that's why it's working, because really she only needed 7. So Amalei Rafuna Breder of Yeshua or Papa. Rafuna Breder of Yeshua is a contemporary of Rav Papa. So it's this is the later Amirai. He says, 1 second. You only have a doubt if there's only a possibility that she gave birth to a male and not a female. You don't know what she gave birth to. It could be that she gave birth to a female. So why is telling me that because maybe she didn't need this, she didn't need the extra 7 days, it's going to work. But maybe she did need the extra 7 days and it shouldn't work. Right? A suffix means you have to go both ways. Elalav shmamina, oilin shmamina. You see that you can use the days of Leda for Sfir Ziva. The same thing should apply to Nidda. Okay. Gemara is not done. Tisha Yom and Tmeim, Tisha Yom and Tairim. 9 days, 9 days. So would that be 7? 8, 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 plus 2. And I need one more. Okay. So she doesn't become a Zava Gedayla here. So how much is she going to get? She's going to get 8 days out of 18. Why? Because these are 11 days. You just take off this 1, 2, 3, and she gets the other 8. She gets the other 8. That was an easy one. Okay. Asari yam tmeim, asari yam tayrim. Yimeshi musha kimezi vasa. V'chein lemei, v'chein le'elef. What's going to happen here? She becomes a Zava Gedayla because she's going to have 10 days. But however, she's going to also become clean after 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She should get over here 3 days of purity because she needs 10 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Comes back over here. Whatever the case is that she's going to get, if she has 3 days of Zava, then she's going to have 3 days that she can be with her husband because there's 7 days that she's clean in the middle. Obviously. 7, 10, if she has 10 days clean, so 7 of those days are going to be counting for the Ziva, and the other 3. So it's going to work. He says that's how it's going to work. You can continue this calculation for 100 and for 1,000. This is how it's going to work out. Okay. What are we holding? Let's start the next paragraph. I'm going to say the fun's over, but back to text. Nidda, blood of Nidda. We're talking about not the woman. Now we're talking about the substance. Basara mace. Flesh from a corpse. They give off tumah whether they're wet, whether they're dry. Aval azoiv, a man that's a zoiv, and v'haneva, right? This is his spit and saliva, I guess. V'hasheretz, v'hanevela. A sheretz is a creeping creature. Phlegm and spit. Okay, good. Nevela is a dead animal, as opposed to the Basara Mesa we had before that was a human corpse. Vashich Vazera and the Zera of man. These substances only give off tumah when they're wet, not when they're dry. But if you soak them in water and they will return to being liquid, then they'll even give off tumah when they're dry, because they're not considered really dry, because they return back to their wetness. The kamahi shriyasan. How long do you soak them for them to go back to being their substance? The paishin, lukewarm water, me'es yes. 24 hours. Rabbi says, the saramesh yavish, he says that Basara Mace also needs to be able to come back to being to become moist, and if it doesn't, it's tar. That's Rabbi Yosef's opinion. We're asking Minani Mili, where do we know this from? We're asking, where do we know that Dam Nidda gives off tumah by touching it and carrying it? We say that they give off tumah when they're wet or dry. Where do we know that they give off tumah through touching? So Amar Chizkiah says, the Amar Kra, it says in the pasuk, "V'hadava b'nidasa," and the flow in the Nidda, madve k'maisa. The flow is like her mahi metama, just like she is tummy. Af madve metama, also the flow is also tummy. So the Gemara says, "Ashkechan lach." So granted, you found the proof to say that wet dam nidda is going to give off tumah, but yavish minalan. Where do we know that if it's dry? And the Mishnah starts off saying, "Metam lachan and metam yivation." Rabbi Yitzchak Amar Kra yiyeh ba'avasa yehei. Even when it's dry, that extra word yiyeh, it shall be, is including if it's dry as well. Ve'imahani mili balach v'nasi yavish. There's two types of dry. Maybe it was wet and it came out and it dried up. But yavish mi karim minalan. How do we know that if it came out and it was dry already, that's also going to be tamei? Besu, and also haditana, and this that it says amatelis min klipa. If someone, a woman miscarries, and what comes out is like we say like shells. It's like min afar, min sayrak, min yakushim adumim. Like hair, dirt, or you have chushim adumim, it's like these insects, flashes. Right? Is that what we said? Tatalamayim, you put them into water, and if they dissolve, then it's tamei. Minalan, from where do we know that? It says Yiyah ribuyahu. It says also from the pasuk of Yiyah. Where it says Ima hi oisi mishka v'maisha l'tami adam l'tami begadim aftam nami oisi mishka v'maisha l'tami adam l'tami begadim. Let me just Gemara here. If she, referring to the woman, if she would sit on something, so she would give off impurity. So maybe if we're learning from a woman to these substances, maybe we should learn that the substances are just like the woman. That if the woman sits on something and that thing becomes tamei, you're sitting on it, it's called medras. So too, her blood, that that goes on top of something that's a chair or a bed should also give off impurity. So the Gemara says, "Atu dama bar mishka b'maishavu." Can you say that the blood is something that sits? Blood doesn't sit. You can't make a limit like that. The Gemara asks, "So what about a stone that has taras? That we have a special pasuk that says that if the stone doesn't give off tumah." The Tanya was starting to Bais Yachalte. In a second, Yachalte even minugas mishkav ma'ishav l'tam yadol l'tam megadim. Should we say? I could have thought to say that a stone that has taras should make a mishkav ma'ishav. That means if it goes on top of something, it rests on something, it should make that tameh so tameh that it can make a person tameh to make his clothing tameh. Bedinu, and it's even logical. It says mazav sheina metame bebiya isa mishkav ma'ishav l'tam yadol l'tam megadim. Azav. If someone goes into a house together with the zav, the person that enters into the house together with the zav, the tar person doesn't become tameh. Doesn't give off tumah like that, like a house of tzaras. He doesn't. However, if
what do you say? He's not other tumas, right?
well, the person, the zav in a house doesn't make the house tameh. It doesn't make everything in the house tameh. But nevertheless, when the zav sits on something, he makes it tameh. So eben minugas, a stone that has taras, shemetame bebiya, that it does make the house tameh. The house that has the stone in it is tameh, right? So for sure, if you put it on top of something, it should make what it's resting on also tameh. Talmud Leimer hazav says no. The zav doesn't give off that sort of the even minugas doesn't give off that sort of tumah. Only the zav does. Hazav lay even minugas. What are we proving from here? That you really don't need something that sits to make, like a person, to make the chair tameh as a mishkav ma'ishav, because the Gemara needed a pasuk to tell me that even minugas, the stone of tzaras, doesn't make a mishkav ma'ishav. Taima d'maite kra. What's the reason why an even minugas, a stone of tzaras that rests on something else, doesn't make it tameh? Because I had a direct pasuk that says that it doesn't make it tameh. Halav hachi. If not so, mitama. It would make it tameh. Umina. And from this, lav mi amrit hazav le'even minugas. Didn't we not say that we just excluded even minugas from hazav? So hachinami amar asher yesheves alav v'lo dama. That it would be only her, the same way you excluded even minugas from a pasuk that says hazav, will also exclude the blood of Nidda that goes on top of a chair, that it doesn't make the chair tameh. Only she makes the chair tameh, not the blood. Imahi metame be'even mesama afmad benam be'even mesama. This is referring to lifting something. Maybe just like she makes something tameh. This is really like a seesaw. This is like Evan Masama.
You can't lift it.
You can't lift it. So it becomes tameh, or it doesn't become tameh. Afi mitama be'evan Masama. A woman sits on an item, including one that cannot become ritually impure, stone, and beneath that item is a vessel. The vessel becomes impure, even if their weight has no effect on the vessel. As in the case of the heavy stone. So the heavy stone is there, and she's sitting on top of it. It doesn't affect the vessel. Nevertheless, the vessel becomes tameh. So we should say that also her blood should do the same thing. It says, one that carries them, referring to carries the nida or the zav rather, or what the zav sat on. So that's going to become tameh, but not if someone carries what the blood was on or something like that. Okay, let's leave it over here. Okay.
Thank you.
I don't understand why don't you stand with